welcome to or welcome back to my channel if you're new. So I did my makeup, so you already know what time it is. It's time to pull a story time out my ass. But no, for real, it's time for me to tell a story that I just remembered. Like, don't even know if I'm gonna remember all the details, but I'm gonna try. So it's actually raining out right now, and then there's chaos happening in the next room. So I'm sorry if you hear that noise. I'm gonna try to cut that out the best way I can. So this story takes place back when I was in high school. I went to a private Christian high school at this time, and there was this thing, thing that the school does where you have to like do like, what you call that? Like, what do they call that when prisoners and them be doing that? It's called community service. So everyone in the school was split up in these groups, and then everyone would do like community service, but it was 4th grade, so everybody had to do it. So this day I was put in this group, and we all went to the church. The church pretty much split us into like these smaller groups where like the boys would do a task and the girls would do a task. So the boys, I believe, was like cleaning out the attic in the church, and then like bringing it downstairs and putting in trash and separating stuff. And then the girls were like washing dishes. And there was this teacher there that he probably was one of my favorite teachers there, although I never really had him. I really liked him because I actually, the year before I went there, I shot out at the school, and he was the person that I shot out's homeroom teacher, and he pretty much just picked up on the fact that like I was shy or had social anxiety. Like, he probably didn't know I had social anxiety, so he picked up on the fact that I was shy, and he was just trying to make me feel comfortable. So when I did go to the school, like, he remembered me, and he was still trying to make me feel comfortable or whatever. So this day at the church, he spoke to the people that gave us our little jobs to do, and he told them like, because you have a separate job, so that I wouldn't basically have to work with everybody. And so he explained to them that, why I should have a separate job, and they gave me this job. It was like, basically, like, remember I said the boys were going in and out the attic taking stuff out, so I was basically like in a room next to the attic, and I was dusting in there, and then like putting like paperwork in different folders and stuff. So that was what I was doing for a couple hours. So I'm in there, and I'm moving stuff from the folders and stuff, and I feel these eyes on me, and I feel uncomfortable, but I don't like get paid no attention. I don't turn around, see, or anything. So then I hear somebody say like, "That's a nice purse you got there." I turn around. It's an older man. He's 60 plus at this point. I don't know how old he was, but he's 60 plus, and he said he's like my purse. And then I turn around, and so this kind of validates the feeling that I had that somebody was looking at me. So then as soon as he said, I turn around, and he's smiling. He's just sitting there smiling, like,
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't.
And just looking at me. And then I don't say anything because, like I said, I have social anxiety. I couldn't turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, thank you," and plus I feel uncomfortable, so I just didn't say anything. I turned back around and continued what I was doing. He was still looking at me.
What the fuck are you looking at?
So I thought that was so weird. And then he was just there looking at me for 5, 6, 7 minutes. And then one of the boys actually came up. He didn't feel like working anymore, so he pretty much sat in the room that I was at, cracking jokes, talking about how he could just act like, because I don't think he did think I was doing anything, so he was basically trying to say he should use the asthma as an excuse so he can sit down like me, because I have asthma. He probably thought that's what was going on. And so once the boy came in, the older guy actually headed out. So fast forward to later that day, this guy, he kept passing me, he kept smiling at me. Should I tell everything that happened in between? You know, everybody went to lunch, somebody stole my apple juice. This girl, they got back to work, and this girl, she got mad because I didn't go back to fill out some paperwork because everybody had got a different job, and I pretty much wasn't doing anything. This girl snitched on me that I wasn't doing anything. I didn't like this girl. She gave me very weird vibes, and then, long story short, I almost fought her because when we got on the steps, because at the end of the day, it was nothing else for the girls to do but help the boys clean out the attic. So we were just all lined up on the steps, passing trash down and stuff. So where I'm standing, there's pretty much like a big gap, and she's like on the next layer of steps, so there wasn't anybody to pass the bag straight down. So she like threw it at me, and it kind of pissed me off because she didn't say anything, and she didn't bother like walking closer to me. She just threw it at me. So of course I threw it back at her, and she had attitude, and like we almost went at it, but I decided to separate myself and move out the way because, like I said, that was a private school, and a Christian school. I would have got expelled. But anyway, so I'm on the steps like waiting for the bag to be passed to me, and the older man, he comes by. Mind you, I seen him little by little the whole day, and he just kept smiling at me. So he's going back and forth from the attic back down the steps, and so he comes down the steps, and he touches my shoulder, and I look at him, he's smiling. I'm like, what the heck? He passes, he goes back. The next time he comes back, he touches my mid back, and again I'm just like, that's weird. And then he comes back from up the steps, he touches even lower part of my back, goes down the steps, he's coming back, he touches my hip. At this point I'm like, his hands are just getting lower and lower, so I'm gonna move. So I decided to go with, because at this point where I'm standing on the steps, I'm by myself. The one girl that's passing the trash, she's like on the next level of steps. So I go all the way down to where the rest of the girls are, and the girls, and one of the girls, she asked me like where did you come from? Why did you come here all of a sudden? And mind you, like I was a mute in school, so on a regular day I wouldn't have said anything to anybody. But this day I was just like, that guy is making me uncomfortable. And she frowns up and it was like, yeah, he's making everybody feel uncomfortable. And I'm just like, that's weird. And so a few hours later, the girl, she's talking to the teacher, and she's telling him about this man. She's telling him like he's being weird, and one of the girls, he touched her, he was rubbing her leg up and down or whatever, and leaning close to girls and whispering in their ear and stuff. And she added the fact that I felt uncomfortable even though I didn't tell them like that he kept touching me and that his hands kept going lower down my body. The teacher was just like noting this down, and he said that if he had done one more thing, he was going to report him. I felt like he should have reported him regardless. I have no idea if he actually reported him, but I hope he did, because that man does not need to be working there around any younger people, around any women, period. So yeah, that's the story. I just thought that this guy was very weird. Yeah, not much of a story, but yeah. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos. Let me know what type of video you would want to watch. And thank you for watching. Thank you. You're excited.